Okay folks, today I'm going to be doing another quick video here of one of my favorite and most prized possessions in terms of my British bike collection. This bike belonged to a friend of ours, a local flat track racer. His name was Jim Birdie Byers, and Jim had raced this bike professionally. He was an AMA number holder. He was 73H, and he ran this bike around here locally and throughout the Midwest from like 1965 until early 1970s, and then he did run it in a few vintage races after that, local stuff, Rockport, Indiana, short track, things of that nature. But anyway, the bike has been spent most of the last 20 years, I guess, just being mothballed away in storage. After Jim passed away, the bike didn't get much action after that. So it's just kind of been eye candy in garage, in their garage, and then after I acquired it, it's been just kind of preserved in my garage. But it's time to move on. It's time to have the bike get out of my dusty garage and be enjoyed by somebody else who will really appreciate it. Basically, what you're looking at is a 58 pre-duplex frame with a 62 model pre-unit engine. This is a TR6 SS lower end. Trophy motor with a Sunny Route big bore 825 kit. The cylinder and the big bore pistons and rings, and new valves, new springs, everything on the top end. It's a splayed port head. Everything was fresh when he parked it. I started on occasion, ride it up and down the road maybe a couple of times every now and then. It's got Mikuni 34 millimeters on it, which are super responsive. It's got a high volume oil pump on it. This bike is just super strong. I mean, it's a very powerful pre-unit engine. The bike will just pull all day long. It's got a lot of compression. The bike starts, runs, and rides excellent. It's a slick shift 4-speed, shifts great. The clutch works great. It's got the stock Lucas Comp magneto on it. I did put some new plug wires on it. The old ones were starting to get a little bit frayed. The frame structurally is rock solid. It's got the later style coil sprung springs from a later model Bonneville. They are Triumph Girling style springs. The chrome on the rims is in really good shape. Just a few little freckles of rust here and there. It's got excellent tires. Paint does have a few chips in it here and there. I mean, Birdie did race this bike. He did put it into the hay bales on occasion. Maybe there's a little crease right here in the tank, but it is what it is. It's got TT pipes on it, the big diameter TT pipes. Bike sounds amazing. It's just an exceptional motorcycle. It's got a little bit of dust on it and some cobwebs. Brakes work great, front and rear. It does have a front conical, like a 69 or 70 conical Triumph front wheel on it with a working front brake. I believe those are number 9 flat track bars. The front end is of the era of the pre-duplex frame. It's had some chromed triple trees back in the day. It's got the chronometric Smith's tachometer that did work. It doesn't really. I unhooked the tack drive and spun it in a drill, and the needle kind of jumps around, so it's not real accurate. But anyway, the inside of the gas tank's been lined. I do run an additive in the fuel for to bump the octane up a little bit, which makes it a lot more responsive. As you can see, the red hue to the fuel, it's a race gas. It's about 107 octane. But anyway, it's got a brand new Avon front runner also, which is a little more street friendly than the old Carlisle dirt track tires. Anyway, that's the bike as a whole. The brake light and tail light do work. If you did want to put it back on the streets, no big deal. Obviously, the bike hasn't been actually ridden on the road since '85, other than me riding it up and down the road here. But it does have a toggle switch right here for your lights, if you want to flip your lights on. It does have a working brake light, which is your brake switch right here. And the tachometer is wired up to illuminate when you flip the switch also, so it's got a working tack light. And if a guy wanted to mount a simple headlight, like a little Bates headlight or something, you could just jump the wire off to run your headlight for night riding. But anyway, the bike has no leaks. It has no smoke. It has no issues mechanically whatsoever. And as far as starting the bike, it starts literally on the first kick every time. watch it make a liar out of me now. But this might be easier said than done with a camera in one hand, but we'll go ahead and give it a fire and let you hear it. Again, the bike's got a real low thumpy cam in it, which makes it have a really great low slung idle, which sounds great. But it is really responsive off of idle. I mean, you can just, it's just an instant wrap, which I really like about riding this bike. So anyway, I hate to see it go, but then again, it may not go. But if it does, I hope the next owner is just as happy and keeps the legacy of Birdie's bike alive in your collection. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video.